This new video was posted by the Museum of Curiosities, a place in Nottingham, England that keeps some of the world's unusual and mysterious artifacts. Yet recently now, the museum itself has turned into the mystery. The staff had begun noticing incidents after hours, objects shifting on their own, unexplained noises, and the sense that they were not alone. So they chose to install CCTV cameras across the building, and what those cameras captured left them doubting everything. In the first clip, recorded by a security camera in one of the main exhibit halls, a strange smoke-like mist suddenly appears out of nowhere. It moves purposefully through the room, almost as if following an intention, before vanishing just as strangely as it emerged. But that is not everything. The museum staff also set a camera in the basement where their most unusual artifacts are kept, and what it captured is even more disturbing. A strange figure is visible appearing in a doorway, lingering only a moment before dissolving into thin air. The museum workers claim the cameras were functioning flawlessly, though slightly low quality, and they insist there's no logical reason for what they recorded. Some assume the artifacts inside could be drawing in these otherworldly visitors. Others believe the museum has turned into a passageway for spirits from a different realm. Yet what do you believe? Are these truly real paranormal moments captured on video, or could something else be hiding within the Museum of Curiosities? Dana had been uneasy for weeks, certain that something felt wrong inside her apartment. That evening, she placed her phone nearby while doing her makeup, hoping to capture whatever had been disturbing her.
Porque estoy escuchando cosas. Entonces, el rímel. Me manché un poco. Uy, quedaron súper bonitas. Abajo también. No entiendo por qué. Mejor me hago rápido y yo me voy. Es que chicos, yo estoy sola. Voy a ir a ver. Voy a ir a ver. Sí. La verdad no sé. No sé por qué es así, pero bueno, voy a acabarme de hacer rápido, pero el pelo. como que me voy así peinada porque la verdad no sé.
As she brushed her hair back, the bangs and creaks she'd grown used to suddenly grew louder and more erratic, echoing through her place as if something invisible was packing the walls. Just as she was about to laugh it off, she started to have a nosebleed, sending a wave of panic through her. She grabbed a tissue and went to the door, opening it to the dimly lit corridor outside. Nobody was there. The hall was empty and silent. Relieved but unnerved, she went back to do her makeup, only to see the lock on her front door start moving on its own accord. She opened it, revealing nothing but an empty hall once again. She is seriously considering moving out. A girl got up in the middle of the night and was playing with her toys when something disturbing happened.
Hey, do you play with me? Sure, I'll play with you. Boom, boom, yum, doom, doom.
As she was playing, music from one of her toys goes off from under her bed, and when she goes to grab it, something drags her under. Moments later, her mom comes rushing in confused and brings her to her room. 2 days later, after building up the courage to go back in, this happened.
I should not be this scared right now.
While looking beneath the bed, one of her daughter's dolls startled her for a moment, and when she kept watching it, the doll suddenly shifted as though it were quietly breathing. She later mentioned that the toy wasn't mechanical at all, and that she had no clue how it could have moved like that. But once they conducted some research on the property, they discovered that the house was built beside land that had once been a cemetery, and that former residents there had also encountered unexplainable things. So was it a spirit that pulled her under the bed, or was it someone hiding? This photo was posted on Reddit by a restaurant worker who captured what the staff had been dealing with for more than 10 years. The picture was taken in the attic of their workplace, a building with an intriguing long, strange history spanning several eras and functions. First constructed as a private home, the old place later became a theater and was eventually transformed into the restaurant that operates today. But with such a rich history come stories. And for the past 10 years, employers have reported numerous paranormal encounters throughout the building. Strange sounds during closing time, unexplained cold spots in certain areas, and the persistent feeling of being watched while working alone. Management had grown accustomed to these reports, but had never been able to document any evidence of the alleged activity until. The image shows the restaurant's attic storage area, filled with the usual collection of boxes and equipment. But standing among the stored items is a dark, humanoid figure. The entity appears as a solid black silhouette, clearly defined against the lighter background of the storage space. What makes this photograph especially striking is the way the figure appears to fit naturally within the scene, almost as if it truly belongs in that spot. For the restaurant employees, this single image confirms years of strange and unexplained moments. It becomes the first visual proof that something unfamiliar may actually be sharing their work environment. Yet even after witnessing this eerie shadow-like figure, no one has any idea who it might be, or why it appears there at all. A woman named Natalie later recorded a frightening piece of CCTV footage inside her child's room late one night. The father had simply been spending some quiet time in the kid's room, watching TV together, while also glancing at his phone, when something unsettling suddenly takes place.
Can go see what is that? And then go come back and sleep. Hey, this is my name.
What is it?
This is my name.
Seriously? That's weird.
At first, an object unexpectedly drops from the TV stand. A Ziploc bag resting on the stand falls off by itself, drawing both of their attention instantly. Then, as the child bends down to retrieve the bag, a disturbing voice becomes audible, slow breathing, followed by what seems to sound like "hi" or "mine." What makes the moment even more troubling, and is actually why the family shared the video seeking further help, is that once the bag is lifted, a post-it note is discovered inside with the child's name written on it. This leaves the family stunned, as neither the mother, father, nor child ever wrote it or even knew it existed. This leads them to suspect the voice in the footage may belong to a witch, responsible for the entire incident. Many viewers also believe it might have something to do with the black TV screen acting as a mirror facing towards another mirror. Not to mention, the family also captured another strange occurrence prior to this, which they aren't sure is related or not. It's late one night when their outdoor security camera captures this. Two strange balls of light can be seen in the sky, with one of them moving and the other remaining still. Then on another night, the camera would detect a person in the kid's room when nobody was there. A strange singular orb can be seen rising up near the bed and growing, before repeating similar movements around the bed over and over again. The family believe all this strange activity is connected and is something sinister, but until more updates are provided, this one remains a mystery. This picture was taken during what was meant to be a joyful reunion in Indonesia. A man had traveled with his wife to see his family, meeting his mother and sisters again after a long time away. It became one of those moments that families hold dear. Everyone was together, returning after months or years apart. To mark the occasion, they chose to take a group photograph, something to preserve the memory of this day. All of them stood close, smiling at the camera, unaware that they were not the only presence during this moment. In the front, the family looks at ease, posing naturally for what they believed was a simple family picture. Yet in the darker space behind them, something unexpected appeared in the shot. A dark hooded figure with white glowing eyes seems to be quietly staring at the family. The entity appears to be watching them intently, almost like it was drawn to this gathering of loved ones. What makes this photo particularly unsettling is that none of the family members noticed this presence while the photo was being taken. It was only later, when they reviewed the image, that they discovered that they had an uninvited guest in their family portrait. According to those present, there was no one else around who could account for this figure, and the hooded appearance with those piercing white eyes doesn't match anyone they know. The family was shocked when they finally saw what had been captured, realizing that something had been silently observing their reunion. Some believe this could be a protective ancestral spirit, drawn to witness the family coming together. Others think it might be something more sinister, that was attracted to the positive energy of the gathering. Was this a benevolent presence watching over the reunion, or something darker that infiltrated their moment of happiness? Kindly don't forget to subscribe Scary Cam. Show your support, thank you.